Sometimes, love isn't about what we say. It's about what we do quietly when no one else sees. Your dog doesn't measure affection by toys, treats, or commands. They measure it by moments. The soft way you touch them, the calm in your voice, the way you notice them even when you're tired. After years working with dogs and studying their behavior, I discovered that the secret to their happiness lies not in the big gestures, but in 8 simple, consistent acts of love that change how they see the world and how they see you. Welcome to Dog Care Academy. I'm here to help you understand your dog's emotions, instincts, and daily habits through real veterinary science and the heart of everyday life. My mission is to bridge the gap between what dogs feel and what we think they feel, so you can raise a happier, calmer, more emotionally connected best friend. Today, I'll show you 8 powerful yet gentle ways to make your dog feel truly loved, understood, and safe, using a language they already speak. Point 1. The morning connection. Every day starts as a blank page for your dog, and you are the first word written on it. The moment you wake up, your dog's eyes open wide with quiet hope. That wagging tail isn't asking for food, it's asking for reassurance. Dogs thrive on emotional predictability, and studies from the AKC show that morning greetings reduce stress and create long-term trust between dog and owner. When you take just 5 seconds to say, "Good morning," before anything else, you're telling your dog, "We're safe, we're okay, the pack is together." Dogs are sensitive to how our days begin. If mornings feel rushed or cold, they absorb that tension. If you pause to connect, a gentle hand on their fur, a soft word, their heart rate synchronizes with yours. Their breathing slows, and their day starts balanced. Imagine your dog watching you pick up your phone instead of meeting their gaze. To them, it's like being invisible. But when you look at them, smile, and greet them first, it's like turning on the sun. That small act ripples through their entire day. They eat better, behave calmer, and feel safer because their emotional rhythm begins in harmony with yours. It's simple, powerful, and free. The first act of love your dog waits for every morning. Point 2. The power of gentle touch. There's one spot on your dog's head, between the eyes and ears, that carries the memory of their first comfort. It's where their mother used to lick them as newborns, releasing oxytocin and telling them they were safe. PetMD calls this the trust zone. When you touch this area gently, slowly, with intention, you awaken that same chemistry of connection. The problem is that most people pet their dogs like they're closing a car door. Fast, distracted, mechanical. But dogs read touch the way we read tone. A quick pat says, "Hurry." A firm slap says, "Control." A slow, tender stroke says, "You belong." When your fingers move calmly along that ancient spot, you'll feel their body melt, their muscles soften, and their eyes close. That's not submission. That's trust. You're literally triggering the same love hormone humans feel when they hug someone they adore. So tonight, before bed, sit quietly and just place your hand on that sacred spot. No words, no rush, just presence. You'll feel something shift. The invisible thread that ties 2 hearts together tightening gently, silently. If your dog has a favorite spot that always makes them relax, tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear how your bond shows up. Point 3. The voice that calms their world. You might not realize it, but your dog listens to your voice like it's music. They memorize its melody, not its words. Research from Psychology Today shows that dogs process human tone using the same parts of the brain we use for emotion. When you speak calmly, their nervous system literally adjusts. Their heartbeat steadies, cortisol levels drop, and they feel safe. I used to think my dog didn't care when I talked to him about everyday things, making coffee, paying bills, complaining about traffic. But over time, I noticed that my calm, steady tone mattered more than any command. He'd sigh, lower his head, and stay close. That's when I realized my voice was his home. Loud, sharp tones, even ones not directed at them, can trigger anxiety. A peaceful voice, on the other hand, becomes their emotional anchor in a noisy world. Try this simple test. Speak softly to your dog for a minute about something ordinary. Watch their eyes, their ears, their tail. You'll see understanding beyond words. You'll see comfort. Because to them, your voice doesn't just speak, it heals. Point 4. The shared silence. Some people think dogs always want attention or sound, but sometimes what they crave most is your quiet presence. One of the most powerful ways to connect is through shared stillness. VCA Hospitals has shown that when dogs and humans rest calmly near each other, both experience a synchronized drop in stress hormones. It's the biological version of peace. My dog used to rest beside me while I read or worked. No words, no movement, just breathing together. That's when I understood. Silence isn't empty. It's full of understanding. Dogs don't need us to entertain them. They just need us to be there. Every time you slow down enough to match their energy, you're telling them, you don't have to perform, you're enough. If you've ever had your dog place their head on your foot or curl up nearby during a quiet moment, you've already spoken that language. It's love without noise, the kind that doesn't need translation. Point 5. The adventure of choice. Every walk is more than exercise. It's their version of adventure, but too often we rush them through it. Science.org reports that exploratory walking stimulates the canine brain much like travel does for humans. It releases dopamine, heightens curiosity, and builds resilience. When you allow your dog to choose the path for a few minutes, you're doing something revolutionary in their world, giving them autonomy. Imagine your dog tugging slightly toward a tree or following a scent trail. That's their curiosity calling. When you let them explore, you're saying, your instincts matter. This freedom strengthens confidence, reduces anxiety, and even improves recall, because your dog learns that you respect their choices. It's a relationship, not a dictatorship. Next time you walk, loosen the leash for a bit. Let them sniff longer, wander a little, pause under the wind. You'll notice their posture change. Tail higher, stride lighter, eyes brighter. You'll feel it too, the quiet joy of shared discovery. Point 6. The I see you promise. One of the most loving things you can do is notice your dog. Really notice them. Dogs are experts at hiding pain. It's instinctual, a leftover trait from their ancestors who couldn't afford to look weak in the wild. That's why I created a daily ritual called I see you. Every evening I run my hands gently along my dog's body, feeling for any bumps, heat, or flinches. It's a health check and a love letter at the same time. Veterinarians at VCA hospitals and PetMD agree that early detection through daily touch can prevent serious illness. But this habit does more than protect health. It deepens trust. When you inspect your dog slowly and gently, they feel cared for, not controlled. Your hands become familiar symbols of comfort. They learn that you notice them, even when they don't ask for help. Take a few minutes every day to look into their eyes, check their paws, and brush their coat calmly. They'll come to love that time, not fear it. Because to your dog, being seen is being safe, and that's love in its purest form. Point 7. The eye contact of trust. There's a reason why looking into your dog's eyes feels almost human. Science.org published a study proving that mutual gaze increases oxytocin, the same hormone that bonds parents and children. That slow, quiet eye contact is biology's way of saying, we belong to each other. Many people avoid eye contact with dogs out of fear it's aggressive. And yes, with unfamiliar dogs, direct staring can feel threatening. But with your dog, soft, relaxed eye contact tells a different story. It says, you're my family. It's one of the rare times when love becomes visible through silence. Try holding your dog's gaze for 20 seconds, blinking slowly. You'll see their eyes soften, their shoulders relax, maybe even a small wag. That's their I love you too. Make this part of your daily routine. 3 short moments of calm eye contact. It rewires your bond, quiets anxiety, and reminds them that no matter what chaos the world brings, they have you. That look becomes a promise stronger than words. Point 8. The joy of play. Play is your dog's purest expression of love. When they bow, spin, or bring you a toy, they're not just asking for entertainment, they're inviting connection. According to research from the AKC and Psychology Today, playful interaction releases dopamine in dogs and oxytocin in humans, strengthening mutual trust and reducing stress. I've seen dogs transform through 5 minutes of play a day. Stressed, withdrawn animals begin to smile, relax, and reconnect. It doesn't have to be complicated. A tug toy, a light chase, or even rolling on the floor together works wonders. What matters is your energy. When you laugh, they feel safe enough to be silly. When you join their joy, you show them the world is good. Never underestimate the power of play. It's not just fun, it's therapy. Every wag, bark, and bounce is their way of saying, "You make me happy." And when you respond, you're saying the same back in their language. After all these years, I've learned that love between a human and a dog isn't built in grand moments. It's built in the small, consistent things. The morning greeting, the calm hand, the walk that never feels rushed. These are the quiet rituals that tell your dog they're seen, safe, and home. Love, to them, is presence, not performance. So tonight, when your dog curls beside you, take a breath and remember, you don't need to do anything extraordinary. Just be there. Because in their eyes, your presence is the greatest gift. Every touch, every look, every moment of stillness says what words never could. You're loved, you're mine, you're safe.